going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Find people agreeing with the limitation of freedom in various sectors of this country for various purposes.
That's a very unfortunate part of our society, that too many people are willing to abandon freedom for security, or what they see as security. You can get security in a Siberian gulag, but you can get freedom in Hitler's concentration camp. But too many people are willing to give up freedom for security. Too many people are willing to look at these people as miniature gods. And because they have achieved power, don't ask how did they get power or what they can do with the power, but just the fact that they have power makes them a god, and therefore they worship them. This, to me, is unbelievable. People, I put in one of my books, we've got 20, 30 million degree holders in the United States, people who've earned a college degree, but they don't question statements which are made by these people.
Well, it's an amazing thing that people...
We built up the Soviet Union. We're building up Red China today, Communist China. We're even going to send military technology. So by 1990, 2000, we've established the two sides. We bring them into conflict.
Now tell me, why does Reagan go along with these agreements with Red China, which he just did, to supply this technology? He's not a member of the order. Why does he respond to its stimuli?
Because you've got a group within the administration who are members, who are connected with the order. When you get a group of quite capable men working together, they can wear down opposition, they can erode opposition, because they're all kind of marching in step. If you get 3 men marching in step, they can do more than 20 men marching to their own step. Do I make my point here? Mm-hmm. And within the order, for example, or within the administration, you've got, for example, Mr. Bush. And the people around Mr. Bush, Mr. Baker, Chief of Staff in the White House. And gradually you've seen the weeding out of those individuals who are independent.
But what do you attribute it to?
I agree that the reason we have inflation right now is we did something that was unprecedented over the last 24 months, and of which 12 of those months were under the Trump administration. We have never printed this much money before in this country ever. It's unprecedented. And the fact that Build Back Better is dead is actually a gift for Joe Biden. That's so inflationary, that would be suicide in terms of the midterms. But it's gone, and we don't have to worry about it. But if I were Biden today, and everybody can be an armchair quarterback, but he's in trouble right now for 2 main reasons: energy costs and food escalation, because you deal with those every day, and you've been talking about it all morning. So what do you do about it? You know that the chief executive controls the agenda. That's the job. And what is he spending his time doing? Voting rights. I agree it's important, but right now, who cares? What you really should be focusing on is bringing down food costs and energy costs. Now, you can blame him for policy mistakes on energy. And I do believe that canceling Keystone and job-owning federal land leases away and explaining that we're going to go green was way too early. Other countries have tried that and are in real trouble. So what do you do about it? you softly jawbone back that most of the energy costs are in futures contracts. If all of a sudden the president's more accommodative on solving this energy problem, prices will drop. You do not want to see $100 a barrel oil. And the reason I'm invested recently in Chevron and Schlumberger, but when I heard Biden's first speech, I got out of those stocks. I'm back in them now because energy prices are only going up because of his policy. So you've got to start talking that down. But on food, the problem is logistics. Everybody is buying protein and seeing it up 20, 30%. And that really hurts. So you could argue that you're on your way to the polling booth in November, you stop at the gas station, you're paying $6 a gallon. You know what you're going to do when you're pulling the lever on that one. It's going to be brutal. But food is about logistics. What do we have in this country that provides the best logistics? The National Guard. They have the trucks we don't have. So get to work. Tell the American people, I'm going to solve this for you right now. I'm going to solve energy for you by jawboning down those prices, by explaining the policy is going to be more accommodative. Prices will drop. And on food, you get to the ports, because right now here in South Florida, right here in Miami Beach, I can't buy ham. There is no ham because there's no truck driver to ship it from the slaughterhouse to the grocery store. I've never seen anything like this before. We've got to get the National Guard. Call it what it is. It's an emergency. Best logistics are those generals that know how to drive those trucks from LA to the distribution centers, and you focus on food and energy. That's it right now. That's all you can control. And you try to save the midterm elections. Right now, and you talked about it earlier, Joe Biden is less popular than Trump. That's really hard to do. And his party must be really sweating bullets for November. And he's got to fix food and energy el pronto.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And the reason why Anthony Sutton is so important because he called it a long time ago. But in 2022, this nation is worse off than in the 80s when he made those comments. And then we have Kevin O'Leary says he can't even buy ham. Guys, we know the supply chain is messed up, but we know who caused it. We know who caused inflation. That's right, the Fed. That's the reason why they're in so many agendas. Now they want to get into climate change. Because if you have the money, you can make anything happen. The magician can make anything happen because they can set up so many distractions. But Kevin O'Leary is asking for the National Guard, guys. He's asking for the National Guard. We know this has nothing to do with Trump. We know this has nothing to do with Biden. This all has to do with the central banks. If you're controlling the money supply, you can make a lot happen. Remember, the New World Order goes off problem, reaction, and then the solution. And we're about to get that reaction. We know all the problems they've caused, and the reaction is coming. And then we know what the solution is. Robots, algorithms, and drones take over the economy while the sheep go into the metaverse. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. Get your friends and family educated and prepared. You have a wonderful day.
Well, let me introduce you to Servi. Now, check this out. She is a robot that has been helping here the folks at Rachel's Kitchen for the last couple of weeks. And let me tell you, she is amazing. She's helping out serving customers, taking their food, and she even talks. So as you can imagine, she has been a great asset here to the team, a big relief for this business as they really try to keep up with demand.
Most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, So therefore, we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the fourth industrial revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. Long COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.